Salome Buglass is a marine ecologist from Trinidad and Tobago.
I started exploring life under the seas at the early age of 10, but through the expression of art. Not bad, eh? But funnily enough, at the time, my career goal was to become a hairdresser. And that's because I hated reading and writing because I didn't know then I'm dyslexic. But it probably didn't help not to have any role models of women of color being at the forefront of science, especially marine sciences. And as life takes its turns, it's curious that I now find myself almost 3 years dedicated to the exploration and research of deepwater habitats in the Galapagos, working at the Charles Darwin Research Station. And last year was very special for me. I got to lead my first expedition, thanks to National Geographic and Video Ray, who provided me with ROVs. I think I need to hold this. That provided me with ROVs to explore for the first time seamounts that are volcanoes under the water, that are very important fishing sites for the local community. And we were able to, for the first time, describe the habitats that are found here between 40 to 200 meters deep. And we found some really beautiful sponge gardens and corals and fish associated, but our OMG moment happened on, of course, the last day. As the ROV was landing on top of the seamount, we were all captivated by what we were seeing in the monitor of our screen, as you can see there. And we were seeing these tall, green-leaved things waving at us like this, just like, hola, we're kelp. And we're like, what? Football fields of kelp. And we were so perplexed because kelp are tall-growing microalgae that produce forests under the oceans that are highly productive and really important for marine biodiversity, but are in the cold parts of the world, in the Alaskas and the Patagonia. So finding it in the Galapagos is like finding a polar bear in Barbados. So we were extremely excited at our finding of an unknown ecosystem that is this important, but also very confused. Is this a new species to science? How are they living at these depths with such little light? How many more are out there, and what role do they play in sustaining the amazing biodiversity that makes the Galapagos so famous? And these questions have changed my life. I'm going to dedicate 4 years investigating these mysteries with a PhD, who would have thought? And these findings also bring back that stark reality of how little we actually understand what lives beneath in our deep waters. And what we do know is that we're creating irreversible changes to our oceans, which is why it's more important than ever to continue exploring, understanding, and sharing what we find in the deep. As how can we protect and manage our ecosystems if we don't even know that they exist? Thank you.